Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic, and this is another reaction to Overlord. As always, you know how it is. If you want to see the reaction itself, just go down into my description, copy the link, and remove some parts, add the dots in, and you can see the reaction itself. Once you've done and watched it, you're very welcome to come back here and, well, hear out my thoughts about it. So, see you soon. For those of you who came back, welcome back. Well, as I already stated, there was not so much of a surprise in this episode. It happened more or neither as I thought. So there was two pretty clear and more or neither easy wins for Momonga and for Narberal. So just in the beginning they stated that the Twin Lightning that Narberal did last time was level 3, tier 3 magic. So it is maximum for humans. So I thought it was a little bit higher, but it wasn't. I was wrong in thinking she is capable of level 5 spells. She is capable of level 7, which once again shows how OP they all are. I mean, she's one of the mates that protects his throne room. I'm pretty sure in guessing that every mate has equal potential, equal power levels. I guess that Albedo is even above, and I guess that the guardians for the floors are either on the maiden's level or maybe on Albedo's level. So there in this tomb are approximately like a dozen people who have level 7 or higher abilities, which is like the maximum that anything half-god, ultimate creature, councils of elder mages together are able to cast in this world. And there are a dozen of them, and they all serve Lord Momonga, who is able to cast level 9 or maybe even 10. So, where does this go? There's nothing that is right now challenging him, really. So, maybe there's something coming along. Right now it seems to be as though Shalti is challenging him, although I'm not sure about that one. However, so the Necromancer summoned the Bone Dragon, which was pretty cool, very nice, looked really awesome, well designed. And this one is completely immune to magic, up to level 6. Nice one. So that explains why he and Clementine stated that a magic caster simply cannot beat them. Yes, if you're defended by the dragon. I guess that the Necromancer himself could have been damaged by this level magic, but, well, it gives you a reason, because normally you cannot go through this dragon. He's just too powerful for every normal human being. He even summoned a second dragon once he realized that the first one didn't do the job, because she one-hitted the dragon with her sword still in the sleeve. So the sword was not even drawn, she just like punched him down like with a club. Well, he did some reinforcements, so that's all. This always goes there, already going with defensive magic, improving abilities, so they're really on a higher level. That's cool to see. It just flies by so fast, you know. Then she, Albedo, when she got the command from Lord Momonga, turned into her real form and used teleportation, which is pretty powerful to have. And she even showed to the Necromancer she could kill him instantly by teleporting behind him and stabbing him. She just didn't do it to prove her point that he's wrong. And then Twin Chain Dragon Lightning extended spell OP in your face him, including the dragons down, because there was a 7th level spell. So nice, but not necessary. But that is the thing, if you have the upper hand, it's like, okay, you because she had to talk to him multiple minutes and he was insulting her, so she had to prove her point. I can see that. By the way, the same as Clementine tried with Momonga. She wanted to prove her point too. Which brings me to Momonga. So, you could see, and I like that he is not undefeatable in a meaning. He's not good as a warrior. He doesn't know how to properly defend. He doesn't know how to foresee attacks, how to parry them if there's someone who's really good at his stuff at fighting. Because he is no warrior. He doesn't know about combat tricks, about maneuvers and stuff. What he had, what always gave him the benefit, was simply the fact that he has incredible high-level equipment. And he himself has a high level. So he has just a lot of hit points, a good attack bonus, and a lot of armor. But he's crap at dodging, and he's not able to really compete with a warrior if there would be one on his level. So that's why she was able to hit him, but she simply couldn't damage him or kill him because he's having huge armor and he's undead. So the armor protected him the first times, and the fact that he's undead protected him when she stabbed his eyes with her blades, with her daggers, which was cool. I have seen that coming more neither, that she would try to go for the eyes. It is more neither the only place where he has no armor, so she went for it. And by doing so, normally he would have fallen, he would be dead. So she then did not defend, you know, she didn't evade because she was stabbing him and thought it's over, thus he could grab her. And then she simply couldn't get out because he's well, he is maximum level, so even as a mage, which he is, he possibly has a lot more strength than she has, which is possibly additionally improved by the armor which he had on. And then when he was back into his mage form, well, it was over. So he chose to not stab her to death, which he wanted in the beginning, but instead crush her to death, because he was upset about the fact that she killed the mage girl. So I'm not sure, maybe there is some strange of good in him, but what he did still is very, very evil. So I don't know what to think about him. I don't like scenes like this. Those of you who followed my reactions in the past know that I had some series like Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress, which I reacted to. I'm not so much into gore. You know, I don't need bloodshed. It's okay if you beat the person and you kill it. It makes a point. If you do it like in a more gruesome way to prove a point, sure. But the series doesn't have to show me too explicit. I don't need that. So, but he made a point here, and no one else could see it, so it was about, I wouldn't say justice, it was about vengeance, what he did. And about torturing her because she took away an option for his benefit, because he wanted to use the adventurers to praise him. Then he went back in his normal form, in his Lich form, and Hamuske came running and said, "Oh, there's an ugly monster here." So he was pretty happy he wasn't dead after that one, because I could see like Narberal or Momonga killing him for that. He broke the crown on the head of the of Neferi, and in my opinion, he very cleverly stated he will make the grandmother go to the village and stay there to make potions for him and for the Tomb of Nazarick. So they will have a pretty good alchemist on their sides. So he's like building an infrastructure, you could say. He has a village which is working for him. It is well defended by the goblins by now. It is close to the tomb. He has an alchemist working for him now. So if he goes that way, he will have an infrastructure which will create more stuff he needs. But, and that we shouldn't forget, the more he does stuff like that, the more it's likely someone will realize it. Because if like every experienced craftsman in the area is sooner or later settling into this village, and they are all creating things but are not selling them to someone outside, someone will start asking what's going on. So that might be happening. He was improved to Mithril level. I guess Narberal was as well. So not as much as I wanted, but okay. We know that whysoever Shaltir is standing up against him? I don't think so. I mean, she was competing with Albedo about who is the first wife of him. So I don't see why she should stand up against him. I think it is more that those two have a competition right now, and maybe Albedo is trying to play the Lord against her. Although that would be a very bad move, because if he finds out, he would be very upset. So I'm not sure what's happening there. If she really has turned on him, there should have been a very good reason, because as far as we know, the loyalty of all of his NPCs was ultimate. They have no reason to do it. So I guess we will learn about that the next time. I was talking about the Staff of Resurrection. So we know he has one. We know he has the ability to resurrect. I discussed this in the episode when the village was attacked, that he could have the option to revive, as example, the village people. And he stated himself, this would bring more problems if he would do it, because as a mage or as a warrior here, it's one thing you are asked to help, to defend, but as soon as you are able to revive, there will be an endless number of people coming in asking for revival of like everyone who ever died. Please revive my father, please revive my grandmother, please revive this important hero of the past, whoever, the king's son, everyone. So as much as I would like him to revive the adventurers party, because I really like those, it would possibly be a bad idea, unless he can find a very clever way of it happening that it seems as though it wasn't him. But he sincerely said has no reason to do by his evil ways. If he would be a really, really good character, paladin-like, a cleric, or a very good faithful one, he would go for an option, he would try it, and he would search for. But as he seems to be more evil than he seems in the series so far, he is in this episode for sure, he simply has no reason. There's nothing in for him, you know? There's no win for him. So I think that will not happen. Well, that's it already. As I said, this episode, I don't have so much to say as I normally do, because there was no big surprise. And maybe for others there was a surprise of his eyes being stabbed by the daggers, but seriously, he's undead. So I'm not surprised at all he didn't flinch. And I kind of waited for it. Fact is that he didn't know the weapon, which is interesting. So there are like improved weapons, magic weapons he doesn't know from Yggdrasil. So that's something that might be interesting in the future if there is more stuff like that. That's it for this time. As always, please like, comment and subscribe. Let me hear what you thought about this episode yourself. Were you more surprised about this fact of the stabbing, as I wasn't? Or was it something like for me that you thought after the episode, that was really cool, really nice fights, but not much surprises this time? What's your opinion? This is it for this time. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.